Hello everybody, SlimKirby here, and welcome to my final video of 2022. Another year has come and gone, as well as another year's batch of YouTube projects. Which means, as we always do on the final day of the year, we're going to take this time and look back at what we've accomplished this year on the channel, and simplify those accomplishments in a basic ranking format. Now, for the last few years, this list has gotten significantly smaller and shorter as a result of me no longer doing daily uploads. In combination with that, and the fact that many of my projects this year were pretty big endeavors, some with loads and loads of extra content, this is actually the first time since my YouTube beginnings that I don't even have enough games to fill out a top 10. That's right, I only covered 9 games this year, so this list is going to be a little lighter than usual. However, I'm not going to treat this list any differently as a result of that, so here are my top 9 projects of 2022. As usual, this list is being constructed based on my own personal feelings and oversight over the past year of working on these games and projects. So there may be some differences between my own personal feelings and, of course, what you guys believe. However, over the past few weeks, I have been hosting a poll where you guys could have voted on what your favorite projects of the year were. So, at the very end of this video, after the ranking is done, I'll post those results as well, and we can compare the two lists together. Does that sound good? I hope so. Let's get this list started, shall we? Clocking in at number 9, we have Mega Man 5 on the Game Boy. Mega Man 5 is often looked at as the best of the Game Boy series, probably because it does feature the most unique cast of boss characters in the form of the Star Droids, instead of just the usual robot masters. Sure, it's only a minor change and doesn't really affect the gameplay or general Mega Man formula, but it's noteworthy nonetheless. And even beyond that, Mega Man 5 just seemed to have a lot more going for it compared to the rest of the handheld library, as it felt more like an original game, as opposed to a console game squeezed down into a handheld environment. Unfortunately though, much like the other games, this series once again gets the distinction of being the bottom of the list benchwarmer, just because it was a short project with only a handful of videos. Still though, it was a fun game and project, and I do think it's worth checking out, despite its bottom placement. Hey, you'll at least get through all the videos very quickly anyway. So let's go ahead and get acquainted with them, shall we? We have Jupiter, we have Saturn, we have Pluto, and over here, we have Uranus. There, I said it once, get it out of your system, laugh away, ha ha ha, very funny, he said the word anus, I get it. So, because of that, we're just going to change his name to a more funny name. Wiggles! So we'll be taking on Wiggles a bit later. I honestly had no idea what I was thinking when I decided to make one of my projects for this year Monopoly on the Super Nintendo. But hey, I really just wanted to do something different, and I wasn't ready for my next project yet. Nor was I ready to continue making extra content for the other 2 monstrous projects I was working on. Plus, this game was on my mind recently due to various hotel-related memes from my friends, so I figured, why not? Let's have some silly fun with this one. Much like Mega Man 5, it's not ranked too highly due to its short runtime, but it made some interesting waves, and I'm glad I went along with this one. Also, if anyone else would like to buy hotels, please press B. Here, you want some cash? Maybe not that much. I can probably just get away for 1,000. I'm paying for his survival. Here, you want this? What? You want to survive? Here, want some money? No. Damn it. For some reason, I just felt like this was the year to finally cover the legendary Starfy. Starfy doesn't have much exposure here in America, really only having the distinction of being the game that features that one Super Smash Bros. Assist trophy as the main character. In Japan, though, there are a number of games for this little starfish, and I'm at least thankful we were able to get one of them over here in the States. I wouldn't say the game is amazing by any stretch, but it does have its own personal charm, and has really hilarious and fun dialogue to boot. It's definitely one of those games that I think is worth checking out, whether it's as a player or as a watcher, and this might be a good project for you if you aren't that particular in one way or another. This playthrough also has the very unfortunate distinction of featuring the literal recording session from hell, where during the last minute of the 2.5-hour recording session, my power went out. Thankfully, backup recording prevented me from losing everything, but I did have to redo the entire commentary audio over again, which was unpleasant to say the absolute least. Thankfully, it's a game you can't be too mad at, though. I mean, just look at how cute this game and the main character is. Now I can solve it. I think they just have to eat each other. Ah, the secret of the zombies. Cannibalism. Before you guys start shouting, do a barrel roll, and Fox, get this guy off me, and can't let you do that, Star Fox, let's take a minute to appreciate how amazing Star Fox 64 is. I've always been more partial to this N64 follow-up over the original SNES game. And sure, better technology and the fact that I played the N64 version first is probably a logical reason for that. But honestly, it's just a really fun game, and probably one of the most quotable games in not just N64 history, but gaming history as a whole. In fact, I actually tried to take a step back in terms of commentary, just to highlight the vocal talent that went into this game. Overall, it was a fun ride, and I was happy to continue on with the Star Fox series.
Don't get too cocky, Star Fox. Let's see how you handle our new ships.
Too bad Dad's not here to see you fail. No way!
That was fast.
We'll just see about that, Star Wolf.
He already took out Wolf. Okay. Star Wolf dead.
Give it up!
Okay guys, here is everything wrong with Sonic Heroes in 8.5 minutes. Oh wait, never mind, this is not a Gaming Sins video. Oh, Sonic Heroes, what a delightful mess of a game you are. But to be honest, I'm actually someone who can appreciate this identity and look past some of the software's biggest issues. In other words, Sonic Heroes is not really as bad as some people make it out to be, at least in my eyes anyway. I think the teamwork mechanic actually works pretty well and introduces a unique experience that still manages to parallel the core design of the Sonic the Hedgehog series. Yeah, the combat can be pretty repetitive, so many of the levels are bottomless pit heavy, the special stages control like absolute ass, and to beat the game proper you essentially need to play through the entire story and all the levels 4 times, so the game is not without its flaws. But when you play the game in moderation, I think it can at least hold its own, and I'm glad I was able to play it for you guys. Hell, not only did I play through it, I also managed to do something I've never done before with this game, and actually 100%ed it by getting all the emblems in A ranks, a process that had always scared me before, but didn't feel as bad this time around. And strangely enough, that wasn't even the most stressful endeavor I accomplished this year. So yeah, not bad, Sonic Heroes. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
And I believe, What? Okay, well, Sonic Heroes, everybody. Here's the thing about Sonic Heroes. Even though it's not Sonic 06 levels of jank, it still has a lot of jank involved. So, don't be surprised if things like that happen. Which kind of sucks because our score is trash, we lost all our level ups, and we don't have the key anymore. We're likely going to get an E rank, and yeah, that's...
Too cool.
Wow, what a way to start. At the very end of the first level, we get something like that. Teeing off at number 4 this year is Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. And, you know, Mario Golf has been a very frequent flyer when it comes to these lists the last few years. And although it is dropping from the Game Boy Color's 3rd place position from 2021, it's still in the top 5 and was still an excellent project to work on. Besides, I think Toadstool Tour probably has the best argument for being the best Mario Golf game, having the best and most fluid golfing mechanics, and also a wide variety of different modes to play through. Heck, even World Tour took out the ability to do doubles play, a decision I never really understood. So, when playing through Toadstool Tour, I definitely wanted to highlight those positives and give a pretty in-depth coverage of what this game had to offer. What I wasn't expecting was this being perhaps one of the longest weekend projects I've done in a very long time, lasting from June all the way to November, and even then, I was still working on some bonus content for this last month as well. And I'm not gonna lie, that burnout did probably influence my ranking a little bit. Not too much though, I mean, we are still close to the top of the list after all. Still though, I can at least look back knowing that I have a pretty comprehensive playthrough of the game, with perhaps some additional content to come in the future, especially with the game's connectivity to Mario Golf Advance Tour. So yeah, nicely done once again Camelot for an excellent Mario Golf experience. Okay, another par 3. The last par 3 we did was pretty good. This could be a bit of the same.
Nice shot.
Like that shot, we'll also be hitting this kind of uphill. Oh yes!
Very well done.
Oh yeah! Oh, my first live hole-in-one in a Mario Golf project. Oh, I was not expecting that. I felt like that shot was good, but my god. Oh, baby, look at that. Oh, I'm so excited for this video to go live. I'm so excited. We all know Mario is pretty damn synonymous with my channel, and seeing a Mario game in the top 3 is not going to be a surprise. And when you include a sub-series like Mario Party in the equation, I think that goes doubly true. Being the most recent addition to the SlimKirby Let's Play library, Mario Party Superstars was not likely going to be the #1 contender this year. But the fact that it got this close, I do think speaks volumes for how great this project was as a closer. Not only was it a way to celebrate the end of 2022, but also in a roundabout way, just a great way to celebrate the Mario Party series. This is especially true considering at the time of this video's upload, this is the most recent Mario Party game, as well, and therefore the last Mario Party game I need to cover for this channel. And hell, if it wasn't for my Mario Party Friday streams on Twitch, this would be the technical end of an era. But, let's face it, we know Nintendo is going to make more Mario Party. It's only a matter of time. Still though, Superstars was a great celebration of what this series has accomplished, and riding the hype of this game when it first came out was truly an unforgettable experience as a Mario Party fan. And the playthrough itself has been a lot of fun to do as well, but at this point, it's no surprise because I truly feel like I'm in my element when I'm playing this series. All we need now is some good DLC to round out this game. Come on, Nintendo. You know we want it, so please, give us the goods. Please? Not only does Lakitu drop more coins, he also drops more coin bags. So the coin amounts you can get from this are absolutely insane. I'm not even getting all the coin bags. But, oh my god, I'm just looking at my amounts right now. Oh, I got 52 coins from Hammer Drop. And you know what's going to make this even more insane? Since it's a lucky minigame or a coin minigame, I got 104 coins from that. I'm taking a snapshot of that. I better take a video just in case it doesn't save. Oh my god. 100 and... Oh my god. I have 265 coins on Peach's birthday cake. Oh my god. Every year, there always seems to be one game that truly defines that year for that particular content creator. A game that you constantly look at your schedule or the calendar and wonder, how the hell am I still working on this? And probably to no one's shock or surprise, I think it goes without saying that 2022 was the year of Pokemon Emerald. At least for me, anyway. And with the sheer number of uploads I had for this project, I mean, this game alone was probably the closest to 100 videos I've been since Pokemon Gold, I think it's no surprise this game met that quota. But hey, it had been a while since I covered a mainline Pokemon game, and I wanted to give the third generation the respect I thought it deserved. Especially considering that I didn't really even grow up with Pokemon Generation 3. I enjoyed my time with it though, although admittedly I do wish I maybe would have done things a bit differently at certain points, and maybe spent a little less time trying to cover every facet of the game in question. I mean, it's Pokemon after all, we know what we're getting into, but I could have probably done away with, for example, talking to every single NPC on land, or trying to cover every single minuscule reward, even if it was just a berry or something. I think when it comes to Pokemon playthroughs, people just want to see the Pokemon. And honestly, the Pokemon is ultimately what made this playthrough enjoyable to me. I really loved my team this time around, especially since it introduced me to some members I never got to use before, and those members have now become some of my favorites as a result of this playthrough. Also, even though it added hours and hours of extra time to not only my game timer and also my workload plate in general, I actually kind of enjoyed making the Battle Frontier videos as well. While I do ultimately think and feel this postgame is largely unnecessary, and I think it's really only for those who want to master the art of perfect Pokemon team building, an aspect of Pokemon I do not want to be a part of, it was still nice to get a taste of what this part of the game had to offer, and it allowed me to experiment with some new editing and video making styles as well, something that can and will give me more flexibility as a content creator. I think the only reason this project didn't get number 1 for me was just because by the end of it, I was really ready for it to be over, just so I could move on to something else. The journey was fun and great, and I don't regret taking it, but it was 8 long months of Pokemon Emerald, and that can be a long time of just playing one single game. I look forward to playing more Pokemon games in the future. It is one of my favorite series after all. But for now, I'm going to enjoy this break as I look fondly on another successful Pokemon playthrough. Well, that was fast. Yeah, so, Rayquaza basically just told the other two, hey, stop being cringe, and... yeah. Hoenn has been saved. Oh, that was like pulling a band-aid off really quickly. Before we start talking about number 1, I would also like to give a quick shout out to not really a project of mine, but a series of videos I've started working on over the past year, and those would be my ranking videos. In 2022, not counting this ranking video, I made 6 Mario Party Minigame Ranking videos, a ranking video for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and a ranking video for my top 15 SNES games. These videos have been quite the time investment in terms of creation, but I've also had a lot of fun making these videos as well, and I thought they were worth giving an honorable mention of sorts for this video. I do plan to make more lists in the future, so definitely keep your eyes peeled. And if you guys have any suggestions for topics to cover, I'd love to hear them. I'll go ahead and make a link and playlist of all the lists I've done so far, if you'd like to check them out. Just keep in mind, they are very, very long videos. So, now that we've covered all but one of the games, I think it's pretty obvious what took the top spot this time. And I think that it goes without saying that... Huh? What was that?
Hey, you, Slim Kirby. Aren't you forgetting about someone?
Oh, Slim Bowser, there you are. I was just looking for...
Can it, you dork? Where the hell have you been? Or should I say, where the hell have I been? I haven't done anything since last year's special. You better have a damn good explanation for this.
Oh, well, don't take it personally, Slim Bowser. It's just that once Bowser's Inside Story wrapped up, there weren't any Bowser-centric games I played this year. I used Bowser a few times in Toadstool Tour, and he's not playable in Mario Party Superstars, so there just wasn't a lot I could do, you know? And with Inside Story and Bowser's Fury done now, there's not exactly a lot left. It's really Nintendo's fault for not making more games with Bowser, now that I think about it.
You know what? You make a good point. I'm gonna go straight to Nintendo headquarters and give them a piece of my mind. Will you join me?
Yes, I will. I'm right behind you, Slim Bowser. Just let me finish up this video real quick, and then we'll take all this pent-up energy and rage straight to Nintendo HQ. Whew! I think I dodged a bullet there. Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, although it did start in 2021, it lasted for a good duration of 2022 as well, and as a result, I didn't qualify it for last year's list. However, for this year's list, it's more than eligible, and I gotta say, I think this is probably the best project I've done in a while. And no, it's not just because of Slim Bowser either. Bowser's Inside Story is just a really great game, probably one of the finest Mario RPGs in existence. And I think it's because while it continues the fantastic gameplay of the previous 2 installments, it also cuts down on a lot of the monotony that made Partners in Time feel like a bit of a slog at times. Not only that, it also gives a staple Mario character a chance to shine in the spotlight. And my god, Bowser doesn't just shine, he freaking makes the spotlight his own, and almost makes playing as the brothers feel disappointing by comparison. It's so much fun using Bowser in this game environment, giving his sections less emphasis on platforming, and more emphasis on just thrashing and destroying everything in his path, in true Bowser fashion. That, combined with an engaging plot with silly and fun characters, an addictive battle and map exploration system, and intriguing minigames and battle events, results in an adventure that is truly unforgettable, and not one that I'm ready to forget about either. Throughout the entire duration of this project, I really enjoyed myself, even when I got to the post-game bonus content as well, and that's not something I could quite say the same for Pokemon Emerald if I'm being honest. So with that, I think it's no surprise that Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story is my project of the year for 2022. Hello everybody, Slim Kirby here, and while Bowser's back is getting worked on, I thought we could do with some nice relaxing time to ourselves. Truth be told, I think we all experience a bit of back pain in our lives, especially as we get older, and it freaking sucks. So, let's all try to get into a nice, relaxing Zen state, take some deep breaths, and get that disgusting back pain out of our system once and for all. Imagine yourself on a nice warm beach, the waves of the ocean crashing against the sandy bank, the sound of seagulls in the distance, and here you are, doing a nice jigsaw puzzle. Why a jigsaw puzzle, you ask? Because jigsaw puzzles are fun and relaxing. Also, Pieces, Game of the Year. A beach may not seem like the best place to do a jigsaw puzzle, especially if a piece falls into the sand and you never find it ever again, but it's the thought that counts, and I really love jigsaw puzzles, so that's what we're going to go with. It's also a very fun group activity, so you can do that with a family member, a significant other, the strangers on the blanket a couple of feet away from you. Actually, wait, no. On second thought, don't talk to or do jigsaw puzzles with strangers. That's not relaxing at all. Okay, so maybe the beach isn't your thing. Let's instead change the setting to a nice winter evening. It's incredibly cold outside, and the snow is preventing you from leaving your house. That sucks, but it's okay, because you and your family have decided to start a nice warm fire in the living room. You all have a giant mug filled to the brim with hot chocolate. The fire is keeping your body temperature nice and toasty, and, you guessed it, you and your loved ones decided to spend your time doing a lovely jigsaw puzzle. Why do I keep resorting to jigsaw puzzles, you ask? Because they are fun and relaxing, damn it, and also Pieces, Game of the Year. Okay, so I get the feeling that this ASMR is not working for you. That's fine. This type of relaxation is not for everyone, and we all have different ways that we do relax. You do you. But before I go, just remember, Pieces, Game of the Year. Well, folks, that's what I think about my projects from this past year. However, what did you guys think? Well, if you couldn't tell from the music in the background, that is correct. Mario Party Superstars is the Viewer's Choice Project of the Year for 2022, making it the third year in a row where a Mario Party title has taken this honor. I guess you guys love my Mario Party playthroughs, huh? Looking at the rest of the top 9, I'd say our lists were generally pretty similar. The biggest difference being Pokemon Emerald, which was a little lower in the top 5 for you guys than it was on my list. Also seemed like you guys really enjoyed Monopoly as well, as it scored just outside of the top 5. Interesting results, I must say. And with that, I think it's time we put an end to 2022 and move on to 2023. What can we expect to see in this next year in terms of content on the channel? Well, I foresee many moons in our future, and that alone might be a project hint, or just a declaration that I'm rebranding myself as a Sailor Moon content creator. Really could be either or, I guess. Also, robots. Plenty and plenty of robots. Entire planets filled with robots, I guess you could say. So you better be on the lookout for that one. Some may need to shrink down to a minuscule size and leave no cap unturned to find the secrets of this world and this channel. And with some spin-off games and series coming to an end these past few years, I suppose I'll need to return to some other franchises that left on a bit of a cliffhanger, even if some of them have the complicated nature of being featured on more than one gaming system. Those are just some hints, though, of some games I would really like to take a gander at this year. Who knows, I could just throw a curveball and cover an incredibly obscure N64 RPG game instead. I gotta do it one of these years, right? Anyway, thanks again everyone for all of your continued support and encouragement. It means a lot to me, and I really, really appreciate it. If you have your own thoughts about my projects this year, go ahead and leave a comment. I'd love to see what you guys think. I hope you all enjoyed the content from this year, and I hope you'll continue to stay with us as we head into another year of gaming on the channel. One thing I will say though, I may not start something right away in 2023, because after a small bit of burnout from Pokemon Emerald's postgame, I'm taking a few weeks off to get refreshed and prepared for the next batch of projects. I do intend to be back around the middle of January though, but if it takes longer, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Until then, this has been SlimKirby, and I'll see you guys next time. Later, folks.
Now that was brutal.
Hey, Slim Bowser, you back from causing mischief at Nintendo headquarters?
I didn't quite make it there. The closer I got to the place, I started hearing some really annoying music. It was so bad, my ears couldn't take it anymore. So, I just stopped and came home. Ugh. Seriously, why would anyone try to make music with kazoos?
Did you say kazoos?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
No reason. Just glad you're back, big guy. Also, you may want to go in hiding again for a bit.
Why?
Just trust me on that.